Hello. Welcome to another video from our channel. Here you will have tips and information on how to stay strong and healthy both physically and mentally, increasing your disposition, your stamina, and your immunity. Together we will be unveiling the secrets of how to benefit from everything that nature provides us to achieve our goal of enjoying a healthy life. Did you know that 20 to 45% of heart attacks are silent? When you think of a heart attack, what comes to mind? Which most people imagine, because all movies show us a heart attack as something dramatic, someone clutches their chest tightly, can't breathe and suddenly passes out, or something worse happens. This isn't always the case. A silent heart attack has subtle and minimal symptoms, or none at all. Yes, you might be surprised. A heart attack happens without the person knowing it, hence the name silent heart attack. We know that heart attacks are the main cause of death in Brazil and in the world. In Brazil, cardiovascular diseases kill about 400,000 Brazilians every year, according to the Brazilian Society of Cardiology. And less than 5% of the Brazilian population knows how to recognize the symptoms of a heart attack. Is a silent heart attack different from a normal heart attack? Well, they both have the same basic symptoms. What differs are the milder symptoms or their absence. The heart is a muscle that needs blood rich in oxygen and nutrients to continue to carry out its function of pumping blood throughout the body. In a heart attack or stroke, there is an obstruction to blood flow in one of the arteries that supply the heart, the coronary arteries. The formation of fatty plaques inside the arteries, atherosclerosis, is the main cause of a heart attack. The person already had a fat plate that came off for some reason, by stress, cold, intense physical exercise or great effort. When the fatty plaque breaks down, platelets, which are part of the blood, try to stop it, leading to the formation of a clot. But because it is inside the artery, which is like a tube, this clot grows and clogs, causing a partial or total blockage of the artery, leading to a heart attack. The heart muscle will suffer from a lack of blood. Remember that blood carries oxygen and nutrients to the muscle, and the cells will begin to die rapidly. Depending on where the blockage is, if it is a main artery, left main coronary artery, left anterior descending artery or secondary artery, it is at the beginning of the artery or at the end of it. All this will determine the severity of the heart attack. And of course, whether you went to the emergency room quickly or took too long to receive treatment will also affect the level of injury. What are the symptoms of a silent heart attack? If they do have symptoms, the biggest problem is that they are often mistaken for less serious health problems. Confusingly, it increases the risk of dying from coronary heart disease. A silent heart attack shouldn't cause chest pain, numbness, or shortness of breath. To clarify, a silent heart attack can be no symptoms, with minimal symptoms, or unrecognized symptoms. A silent heart attack has a higher risk of some complications. Heart failure, you don't go to the hospital, so a heart attack affects the heart and leaves more damage. A person who has had a silent heart attack has a 35% higher risk of heart failure. Stroke, those who have a silent heart attack have an increased risk of stroke because they can form blood clots because the heart can dilate and atrial fibrillation increases. You are at risk for another heart attack because you didn't even realize you had one. In fact, people who have a silent heart attack and don't know it are 3 times more likely to die from coronary artery disease. And because of all this, the risk of sudden death increases. A 2018 study reported that about half of all silent heart attack survivors died within 10 years of the incident. What are the risk factors for a silent heart attack? Anything that causes atherosclerosis. Smoking. Diabetes. High blood pressure. Overweight and obesity. Sedentary lifestyle, lack of exercise. Low HDL and LDL cholesterol, bad cholesterol, high cholesterol. Increased lipoprotein A. Inflammation. Age. Postmenopausal women over age 55 or men over age 45 have an increased risk of heart attack. Family history of heart attack and stroke. Of all the risk factors, diabetes stands out. Diabetes silently attacks the body's nerves. Therefore, diabetics are at risk of experiencing tingling in their feet or not feeling their feet at all. But it's not just the legs. Diabetes can attack the heart's nerves. Therefore, diabetics are more likely to have a silent heart attack. He just doesn't feel the pain he should have. What are the 6 silent heart attack signs and symptoms you're ignoring? Again, the symptoms can seem so mild and brief that they are often mistaken for discomfort or another, less serious problem and simply ignored. Number 1, fatigue. A person may experience physical fatigue or discomfort or an undefined malaise and think it is due to overwork, lack of sleep or even age. If you have the above risk factors, fatigue can be misunderstood. Go to the emergency room for an EKG and cardiac enzymes. It could save your life. Number 2, mild chest discomfort. A classic heart attack has been said to cause severe pain. Most silent heart attacks involve mild, subtle pain or discomfort in the center of your chest. One thinks it is flatulence, or it is heartburn, reflux, indigestion. If you feel something is wrong, you need to be evaluated by an emergency doctor. Number 3, sweating. If you're sweating, not too hot, not exercising, feeling weird, you need to realize that it could be a silent heart attack. And you should go to the emergency room, especially if you are diabetic. Number 4, shortage of breath. If you suddenly feel like you've just run a marathon but only climbed half a dozen flights of stairs, it could be a sign that your heart can't pump blood to the rest of your body. And in a silent heart attack, shortness of breath without chest pain can occur. It's common. Mainly women. What we call dyspnea, disproportionate to exertion, perhaps the alarm signal. You may also feel lightheaded or lightheaded, and may pass out. Number 5, nausea. A person might think it's simple indigestion or a virus or even the flu. However, nausea can be a sign of a heart attack, especially if you experience cold sweats, chest discomfort, or tiredness. Number 6, discomfort in other parts of the body. Again, mild discomfort, unlike a classic heart attack, in the jaw, stomach, neck, pressure on the back, or the feeling that a string is tied around it. Don't ignore these 6 signs. Seek emergency medical attention. And how to protect yourself from a heart attack. First, if you've already had a heart attack, you're at greater risk of having another one. Visit a cardiologist regularly, take medicine. Second, he didn't have and doesn't want to have a heart attack. How can you reduce your risk of heart attack? Attack the risk factors. Half of heart attacks can be prevented simply by changing a few habits. Quitting smoking reduces the risk of heart attack by 30%. Keep your blood pressure under control, 120/80. If you have diabetes, it is important that your blood glucose is well controlled, HB glycated in the range of less than 7. Eat right. Include foods like oatmeal in your diet, oil, fish, grape juice and whole grapes, red fruits, soy, hot chocolate, apple and foods with soluble fiber, oils, eggs, tomato and garlic. Lower cholesterol and triglycerides, with diet and exercise and, if necessary, some remedies recommended by your doctor. Exercise, at least 150 minutes of moderate physical activity per week. Sleep well, 7 to 9 hours a night. Lose weight if you are overweight or obese. And do not forget about the examination of the heart periodically. And then? Did you like this content? Was it relevant? Added more value and knowledge? Post here in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you don't miss any notifications. Share with friends and relatives so that more people have access to this content. Leave your like, so YouTube understands that this information is relevant and makes it reach more people, so that everyone enjoys more health. Live a full life, face your challenges with faith, eat right, move with joy and walk hand in hand with happiness. Until the next video.